Hello, welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas, Day 6. So this is more, I'm just going to read, the birth of Jesus' story, just written right out of the book, is just so fabulous. Every year we just need to do this because it's so good. So I'm going to just start in Matthew, which of course has all the genealogies of Jesus like we talked about before, and Joseph, and through the bloodline of King David, right? So in chapter 1 of Matthew, verse 18, now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. When as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. Now we read details on that yesterday. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man, like he would follow the law, like, she's having something happened here that didn't have anything to do with me, right? And not willing to make her a public example, he was minded to put her away privily, because she probably would have been stoned to death. These people paid a great price of saying yes to Jesus, and how God was doing this thing very new for the very first time. There's no other time he sent himself and his son to come to earth as a man in carnal flesh. Angels would come down, he would come down upon men, but angels aren't creators. They're not this, they don't have the same status level as men. We are sons. When did the Father ever call an angel son? Never. But because of Jesus, we are all we all are returned to that status of daughter and son. Son, just because of all of mankind, right? But while he thought on these things, now he's thinking, so there was some hesitancy. He could have been thinking, well, how am I going to do this? And I love her so much, and she's telling me it's the Holy Ghost, but this just ain't right. So he's meditated, thinking on these things. And the Lord knew that, but he also knew, since he was so just, he knew he had chosen the right man for many reasons. Behold, suddenly, the Lord appeared to him the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream. Does it say Gabriel this time? It says the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream. A lot of people claim that that's Jesus himself, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take Mary as thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is the Holy Ghost. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, and this is in Isaiah, behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call him Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. God with us. God of us. God with us. Then Joseph raised up from the sleep as the angel of the Lord had bidden him, and took unto him his wife. He's like, I'm doing it right now. You get a word from the Lord, that he appears to you. He sends the angel. We need to act right away. That's that faithfulness and obedience that the Lord knew that Joseph was like that he was an obedient, just man to do what the Lord would have asked for him, and he did. But he still knew her not till after Jesus was born. He still didn't get any questions or anything in the way of this holy, immaculate conception, right? Because he was a just man, and he was so caring and kind, and yet, I was going to say, yet imagine raising Jesus as a boy when oh my gosh. Anyways, what a man. So let's finish this story. We're just going to go over to Luke 2, where it talks about the birth of Jesus as well. And it came to pass in those days that a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. Wasn't the internet back there, right? So everybody had to go physically, which we should be doing when we're voting, go physically and be counted from your city of birth. And this taxing was rather a new thing. It was still first made by Cyrenius, the governor of Syria. So that's all the not the children of promise, not the children of Abraham, of Isaac, they were the children of Abraham, of Ishmael, the son of the bondwoman. That's why the promises of God didn't pertain to them. But God did say he would make them nations. And all went to be taxed, everyone into his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth into Judea, unto the city of David, which is Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David. Always reiterating the truth, always reiterating God's perfect plan that's fulfilling of every promise and every prophecy from the beginning of time till this point, and then for eternity too. To be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. So again, they're saying they're still engaged, but she's great with child. So she's showing and doing good. And so it was that while they were there, you know, it's funny, there's no really descriptions that she rode on a donkey there. It's very possible, since they were poor, that she walked with Joseph to get there. I should look up how far it was from Nazareth onto Bethlehem. I'm sure it was a good long journey especially when you're pregnant, whether even on a donkey. So it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothing, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And I'll continue with the rest on tomorrow, which will be day 8, Christmas Eve. It's just so exciting. I love this. Okay. Merry Christmas Eve. Eve of Christmas Eve. Okay.